Today's topic is about overcoming the fear of judgment. Sounds a little childish, right? But unfortunately, as adults, we still deal with it. We still deal with life because life shows you that it's like high school all the way to the end. You have your cliques, you have your judgment group, you have the bullies. That does not stop. And unfortunately, we're just humans. So anytime we're dealing with any of those type of circumstances, it feels just like that. You digress, you go backwards, like everything that you're going through feels like back in the day. Okay. But you don't have to deal with that. Now, one thing about overcoming judgment, I look at my own life, and there was one point, especially when I first got started in my career, that I was really hard on myself about being professional. Yes, quote unquote, professional all the time. And I did a good job with it. Like I worked really hard to make sure I paid attention to what I say, my quick wit, the comments and things of that nature. I was trying to make sure that I was, studious. I wanted to make sure, I wanted to make sure that I was professional. So I did a good job and people took me seriously, right? That's what you want. You want to be taken seriously. But there was one huge problem with that. That was not all I am and all I was. I'm not just a serious person. I'm way more than that, okay? Actually, I'm a lot sillier than most people would even call for. So while I'm trying to fight against myself to fit in this realm, it wasn't working. I didn't like it. No, sir, I didn't like it. It's just I felt like I wasn't myself. And I could feel it. It doesn't matter the success. It doesn't matter how well it was working. The people that I was meeting, it didn't feel good because it was missing something. It was missing me in this entirety. Now, when I caught myself, when I was able to really narrow in, okay, well, what's the problem? Things are going well. You're getting paid. What's going on? Why are you not feeling it? When I actually narrowed down what that cause was, believe me, I was like, oh, okay, this can be fixed. This can be fixed. Now, I realized that I was being really harsh on myself. No one else had actually even said anything to me. No one tried to correct me. No one said, well, this is how you should be. You should watch your tongue, watch your gestures. No, it was me. We are our own worst critics. So I was like, really? I'm holding myself back? Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. Now, one thing that I definitely learned in my life's journey of being completely disabled to now healed is that life is too short to be sitting there taking anything real serious, to not be yourself and to not live your best life. Okay. Now, I definitely make sure that I take every moment now to be my whole self wherever I go, in every single room, in every single environment, because this is me. I might as well just not be anything else. There's a bunch of other people, but there's only one you. So why not be the best you that you can be? It makes sense. Don't try to shape and mold yourself into something else. Why? Why do that? There's no point. You be who you were called to be, who you were created be in its entirety. And I promise you, life gets much better. Ever since I started incorporating my whole self into everything that I do, life has been non-stop, okay? Non-stop. And you know what? I invite you to do the same. I mean, really, here's how you overcome your fear of judgment. Because I'm telling you, once you make sure that you take that element out, because remember, we're not operating in fear. We're not doing that no more. You're not wasting any time being fearful or worried about the what ifs. We don't got time for that. Okay. Life is too short. It's too unpredictable and we have no control over it. So why are you going to spend your life upset and stressed out about something that you can't necessarily change or control? You can only control you. So I am going to highlight three. Let me not do both fingers, right? Let's just do one. I'm going to highlight three practical tools. Hey, I'm glad. I'm glad you're getting what you need. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. I'm glad you came today. We're going to do three practical tools to be confident expressing yourself, authentic self in both personal and your professional settings. Okay. Like I said, you're with you all day long. I don't see why you would take yourself off and just be naked in these streets when you go home, or vice versa when you go to work. It's you that shows up. So you need to show up. It should be consistent. Now, I understand that certain environments recall for certain things, but really, I think that only maybe like 15% to probably alter depending on your environment. Other than that, you should be consistent. It's you. You should show up wherever you go. And people should be able to predict what that looks like. Because I don't know what you want for Christmas, or you just want to be something else. That's a whole nother issue. That's something completely different. But outside of that, you should be you no matter where you are. Now, the first one, it sounds easy, but I'm telling you, people will be getting this one wrong. Honesty. I'm going to say that again for the folks in the back. Honesty. Be honest with yourself. What are your characteristics? What are your traits? What are your talents? You know you better than anybody else. So ask yourself these questions like, who am I for real? Okay? Because you're the only person who can go into the dark parts of your mind. You're the only one who can go down deep inside that trick bag. Hopefully it's not a bag of tricks, I'm just saying, but you're the only one that can go inside your bag and really pull out all the different characters that are you. When I went into my bag, I had to pull up, okay, I got the sense of humor. I am quick. I am knowledgeable. I am compassionate. I am a curious person. I am talkative. I had to go down there, and everything that I used to get in trouble for, I pulled out that bag because I'm like, you know what, that's me. I got in trouble for it enough, so I should accept it. It's pretty accessible. It's been there for a while. I might as well just take that out too. And don't judge yourself. Don't go into yourself trying to pick and choose what's good or bad. No, because that's how we end up in this problem. We declare something as bad, not understanding that God uses it all. If you are a rowdy person who makes sure that justice prevails, no, you got in trouble because maybe your mom didn't like that in the middle of church, or maybe you weren't supposed to stay on top of that lunch table. But that's not what it is. God uses all of it. You just don't know what you're supposed to use it for. Being able to stand up and fight for injustice, what better time than now than to use that characteristic and talent, okay? Don't put yourself down. Don't shelter yourself inside a box because you think it's negative. No, you think it's negative because somebody else told you that. So whatever it is, do not categorize it as good or bad. Acknowledge it and bring it to the surface, okay? Bring it to the surface. Now, you want to, like I stated, you want to ask some questions. Are these characteristics actually me? Are they mine? Because sometimes, especially as a child growing up, and just to let you know, I keep referring to childhood because most of the things that we do as adults came from declarations as a child. When I grow up, I will, or I will never, or I can't wait. We don't realize how powerful those decisions that we made as children or teenagers, how powerful they are for our lives moving forward. You're going to be loyal to yourself, regardless if you remember why you made that decision to begin with. So that's why I keep referring back to the childhood. Now, as we were, don't get distracted. Now, are these traits and characteristics actually mine? Because when we are in fight or flight, or we are in coping mechanisms, whatever our life and family life looks like, we determine what we need to survive at that point. And this can be early childhood, this could be your teenage years, and I'll give a little of your earlier 20s. But usually by then, you've already made some decisions for yourself. And if you were trying to protect yourself or be strong so that you can survive through some things, that might not even be a natural characteristic of you. That may be a persona that you took on to survive. Only you know what you've been through. You know what those declarations look like, what you told yourself and where it came from. But you have to be honest with yourself and you have to go backwards. Ask yourself, where did it come from? Find out, where did it come from? Are you mimicking someone that you admired or lived with, someone that was the closest to you, somebody that you respected? You may have created it. Happens a lot. I'm not going to say we walk around with a lot of fake people, but we walk around with a lot of different facades and masks of each other just because of what we've been through in our lives. But if you want a clear, aligned life, you have to make sure that you separate from what you think is to what the truth is. Okay? So ask yourself, where did it come from? When did it start? Now you can come back, ask yourself now. If it's not, like I said, you find out the source. But if all the characteristics and the traits that you pull to the surface and talents are yours, are you showing all of them regularly? Probably not, because that's why we're having this conversation. Why not? Ask yourself, why not? Why are you not consistently showing all these characteristics of you? Oh, wait. So, in the first couple seconds, you probably could think about a person and or hear their voice or anyone in your life that told you, nope, you're not supposed to do that. Sit still, be quiet, be seen, not heard, whatever the wording was. I'm sure you can think about the people in your life way back when who had stifled you being just you, who put the restrictions on you for whatever the reasons were, whether it made sense or not. They put them on you, probably not even thinking that they're going to stifle you for the rest of your life. Their intentions may not even been that so far forward, okay? It was good intentions or not. No one's thinking about the future and whatever kind of damage or things that it's going to cause. We just innocently don't. So don't be mad at them. I'm sure they didn't think at 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 you was going to be playing they voice back in your head. So don't be mad at them, all right? They wasn't planning for that. They were trying to get you to sit still today. That's all that was. That's all that was. But be honest and gather those details, okay? Now that you have those details, it's time for you to make some executive decisions. I'm just saying, okay? All right, straighten up your collar, pull your sleeves back. It's time to make an executive decision, okay? And this decision, because it's one thing when you just make a declaration when you are a child. You're doing the best that you could with what you had at that time. But you're grown now, as a lot of people like to say. I can't stand this. But you're an adult now. So guess what? You do and you can reset your intentions. Moving forward, you can get rid of biases. You can change your mind. You can't really reset the clock, but you can determine what you're going to put your energy in and who you are going to be moving forward. You get to reset that. That's one of the privileges of being adults. But most people don't think that. We are going to be loyal to ourselves all the way to the end, even if it doesn't make sense. So stop that. Be careful what you're being loyal to, even if you think it's you. Is that serving you? Is it doing well? How happy are you? I'm just saying, if you're not that happy, it's probably not working out that well. It's probably not. So you just want to make sure that you are loyal to yourself for the right reasons. Now, this declaration in your adulthood is going to be more powerful and it's going to be stronger because you've made it out of a sound mind, which is the point, right? Which is the point. Set the intention and make the executive decision to be your whole self, okay? Your whole self from this moment forward. Make the world evolve around you. We like to think that that's not possible, but I'm telling you, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because being your authentic self ensures that the people around you and the environments that you are in are for you, not of those that don't serve you, okay? That don't serve your highest good. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable and to be honest and to be your whole self, you're going to make sure that you get what you need in your environment, that you communicate with people who understand your language and your communication style. Why spend a lot of time trying to learn and fix and, just a lot of work trying to not be yourself? Because it's going to be there and it's going to wait its turn because it's supposed to be front. It's supposed to be front and center. Okay. We're not about to be on here like, oh, you trying to steal my light? You trying to steal it? No, no. You want to make sure that you show up as you, not the alternate versions of you, the wannabe, one day I will be. Just be you. Just be you. Okay. When you do that, literally, when you're like, I've made that decision. This is what you get. This is who I am. The world will evolve around you because there's no surprise. They're like, hey, okay, this is who he is. Let's ask ourselves, can we deal with it? That becomes their problem. If they can't deal with it, exit stage left. And for those who can, oh, I like him. He's cool. I like this. You know what I'm saying? We got a vibe. They get to stay. They get to stay. Isn't that what you want? Don't you want to be surrounded by people who understand you, who can hear you, who see you? Exactly. So be you. If you're not you, then you're not going to get that outcome. Sounds pretty simple because it is. Be you. Be your entire self. Okay. And then you look at it this way. You really don't spend no more time in fear or stressed and worried about what other people think, because it's not about them at all. It's about what you and God says. I mean, let's think about it. God's the one that put all those characteristics, traits, and talents inside of you. You think he made a mistake? No, not at all. He knows exactly what you're supposed to do, moving forward, how you're supposed to use your talents, how your quirky self or how your shy self, or just whatever your characteristics are, your curiosity, the way that your brain works. God knows what you're supposed to be using it for, and he intends on you to use them if you allow him to show you. Don't you want to do what you were created to do? I mean, we spend our whole lives trying to figure out what our purpose are, and it's not that difficult. It's actually not. Your purpose lies in you being your true self, looking at all those different characteristics, your traits, and your talents. Yes, that's where you get your purpose. That's where you find your insight. That combination only resides in you. So don't cheat yourself by trying to hide it because of those folks. Who cares about them? I don't care about them. You shouldn't care about them either. I know that we have to deal with them, but you can deal with them respectfully, and they have to do the same. They have to deal with you respectfully. So like I said, stop worrying about that fear. Stop worrying about that fear. Just remember, if you want to overcome the fear of anything, and especially judgment, be honest, ask some questions, and make an executive decision. Okay? You're not going to waste any time moving forward. The sooner you decide to do that for yourself and to actually just be yourself, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it at all. Now, if you guys want to reach out, because I'm still trying to remember all the different places that you can actually find Intentional Tuesday, and I just made a big jump. So let me make sure I put that out. Beforehand, this was on my Facebook page. It is no longer on that page. It is on a different Facebook page, and that is the Facebook Empowerment Over Sacrifice page. Okay, I will be showing Intentional Tuesdays there under _ Penny Owens and Instagram, the United Front Network on Instagram, and the United Front Network on YouTube. So this is at 12 noon Central Standard Time, because I'm in Texas. You do the math. You know where you live at. I'm just saying. Central Standard Time every Tuesday. So I welcome you. Join me every Tuesday, and let's reset those intentions. Let's refresh that spirit, because we got things to do. We're not wasting no more time. So you guys have a good rest of your week. Let me check this. And I want to make sure I didn't miss it. Great. Okay, cool. Yes, have a good rest of your week and enjoy yourself. Bye.